Everybody would be disappointed if I didn't highlight that your career includes experience at NASIC and Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. But even more than your experience, we are all very thankful for your leadership. General Saltzman, I want to also join everyone in thanking you for your leadership and your almost 4 years of service to Space Force, and congratulate you on your upcoming retirement. I think this is an excellent time for us to get your wisdom. The chairman is very proud of the performance of Space Force, and the data shows that Space Force has performed incredibly. Space Force has increased launches from an average of about 24 per year prior to 2018 to almost 200 by the end of the year. Demonstrated tactical responsiveness, successfully getting satellites from warehouses into orbit within 96 hours of demonstrating that. Shown its rapidly acquired new technology, demonstrated by its successful fielding of counter-SATCOM capabilities within 48 hours of identifying the requirements. Space Force has successfully integrated into the Joint Force globally, standing up service components at all geographic combat commands. Continues to surpass recruiting and retention goals. Space Force, by your own accounting, has created nearly $2 billion in private funding over 5 years in direct support for military requirements. Looking back and now looking forward, with your wisdom, where is Space Force on the right track? Where do we have some work to do? And what should Congress do?
In 3 minutes. Thank you, sir. No, I very much appreciate that, and the work of the chairman and the ranking and the entire committee. I think the Space Force is on a good path. I really do. One of the success stories that I point to routinely is I believe we've, and I've gotten feedback from industry on this, that we have shifted the nature of the relationships we have with industry. It was very transactional. We would throw requirements kind of over the transom and hope that they would deliver something back, and we would go through testing and generally be happy with some of it and not happy with other parts of it. That's just not going to work going in the future. It's certainly not going to work at the speed and the scale that we need these capabilities delivered. So we're investing heavily with industry to collaborate, to get minimum viable products in the hands of our operators as quickly as possible. A small number of requirements necessary just to advance the programs, get them in the hands of the operators, and then get their real-world practical feedback and continually upgrade. That's a different model. We have to work closely with Congress in order to make sure that we understand what the requirements are. We get the right funding. We have stable funding over a number of years so we can continue to get that rapid enhancement. But that's going to be a lot more work because it's not the traditional mindset that we have for our procurement and acquisition. We've really doubled down on the training and education of our forces. So many new authorities that we've gotten. We have to train our contracting officers. We have to train our acquirers. We have to train the engineers so that they understand all the things that can be put in place. So we really doubled down on putting the kinds of courses and education in place so that they can execute the authorities that we've given them. But I'm most proud of converting what was basically a merchant marine into a Navy, if you'll let me use that analogy. I've used it before. We delivered services as a military space organization before the Space Force. Now we have to control the domain. And I think we've done a nice job of transitioning to a combat credible force. We're providing resilient architectures. Our forces are trained in operations of their tactics against thinking adversaries. We've proven that most recently in Epic Fury. 5 times as many deployments as we would normally see, we supported Epic Fury. And all of the forces have been fully integrated. I hear from Brad Cooper and the Southcom team how well the space capabilities are integrated and how dependent they are on their success. So I think we're on the right track in terms of training, educating, and building the kinds of combat-ready forces on an operationally relevant timeline. And with continued support of this committee, I think we'll be in good shape for the years to come.
Mr. Secretary, you reached for the mic on the unmanned question from the chairman. Perhaps you wanted to advocate for the collaborative combat aircraft program funding that's in fiscal year 27 budget.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when we talk about an unmanned fighter aircraft, for all practical purposes, that's what a CCA is.